TV soap news and spoilers say that in the heart of a seemingly quiet town, where the cicadas hum under the weight of summer heat, the events of July 16 have unraveled a tapestry of secrets, betrayal, and moral dilemmas that threaten to tear apart the very fabric of the Dupree family. The air is thick with tension, and the streets whisper tales of tragedy and retribution. Today, we dive deep into the unfolding drama of Beyond the Gates, where every choice carries the weight of life and death, and every secret is a ticking time bomb. If you're eager to glimpse the future of this saga, be sure to follow our channel for an exclusive video preview. But for now, let us pull back the curtain on the events that have set hearts racing and loyalties fracturing. The weight of Martin's secret at the center of this storm is Martin Dupree, a man whose life has been irrevocably altered by a single night 2 years ago, a night that haunts him like a specter, refusing to let go. The fatal accident that claimed a life and left Martin's conscience in tatters was not, as the town has whispered, a reckless act of violence. The truth is far more complex, layered with pain, loyalty, and a desperate need to protect those he loves. Martin, it turns out, was defending his grandfather, Ezekiel Dupree, a pillar of the community whose wisdom and kindness had long been targeted by those consumed by hatred. The incident began with Kenny and his brother, two figures whose names now evoke shudders among those who know the story. Fueled by a toxic blend of racism and rage, they cornered Ezekiel in a dark alley, their words dripping with venom and their fists clenched with intent. Martin, arriving just in time, acted on instinct. What followed was chaos, a struggle, a moment of panic, and a tragedy that no one could have foreseen. The accident left one of the brothers dead, and Martin, though not wholly to blame, has carried the burden of that night like a millstone around his neck. For 2 years, Martin has lived in a prison of his own making, his silence a testament to his fear of judgment and his determination to shield his family from further pain. But the walls of his secret are crumbling. The town's whispers have grown louder, and the truth is clawing its way to the surface. Now, Martin faces an impossible choice: continue to bear the weight of his silence or confess everything to Smitty, his closest confidant and the one person who might understand, or condemn, his actions. The question looms like a storm cloud: will Martin finally unburden himself, or will the fear of losing everything keep him tethered to his secret? The Clash of Titans, Bill vs. Vernon. As Martin grapples with his inner demons, a parallel battle rages between two other titans of the Dupree family, Bill and Vernon. These brothers, bound by blood but divided by philosophy, find themselves at odds over how to handle the shadow of Kenny, the surviving brother who has returned like a vengeful ghost to haunt Martin and his family. The disagreement is not merely a difference of opinion. It is a clash of worldviews, a test of loyalty, and a prelude to potentially catastrophic consequences. Bill, the elder of the two, is a man of action, his temper forged in the fires of past confrontations. His handling of the original situation with Kenny was, by his own admission, heavy-handed. When Kenny first demanded hush money to keep the accident under wraps, Bill paid him off, believing it would buy peace. But peace, it seems, was a fleeting illusion. Kenny's greed and malice have brought him back, and this time, he's crossed an unforgivable line. He's targeted Martin's children, threatening their safety in a bid to extort more money and tighten his grip on the Dupree family. Vernon, on the other hand, clings to the hope that diplomacy can prevail. He argues for continuing the payments, believing that appeasing Kenny is the only way to avoid further bloodshed. To Vernon, the cost of peace is measured in dollars, not lives. He sees Bill's approach as reckless, a spark that could ignite a firestorm. But Bill is done with half measures. The betrayal of targeting Martin's children has pushed him past the point of reason. In a chilling moment of clarity, Bill declares his intent to end the threat once and for all, not with money, but with blood. He wants Kenny dead, and he's prepared to take matters into his own hands. The tension between Bill and Vernon crackles like a live wire, threatening to fracture the family's unity. Their disagreement is not just about Kenny, it's about the soul of the Dupree family, about whether they will rise above their enemies or sink into the same darkness that threatens to consume them. As the brothers stand on the precipice of a decision that could change everything, the question remains. Will they find a way to reconcile, or will their conflict lead to a tragedy even greater than the one that started it all? Kenny's shadow, A Villain's Return. Kenny is no mere antagonist. He is a force of chaos, a man whose heart has been hardened by loss and whose actions are driven by a thirst for vengeance and profit. His return to town is not a coincidence but a calculated move, a predator circling wounded prey. The accident that claimed his brother's life has left a void in Kenny's soul, one he seeks to fill with power and control. His threats against Martin's children are not just a bargaining chip, they are a declaration of war, a signal that he will stop at nothing to exact his revenge. The town, though unaware of the full story, senses the danger in the air. Whispers of Kenny's return have spread like wildfire, and the Dupree family finds itself under a microscope. Neighbors who once offered smiles now cast sidelong glances, their trust eroded by the rumors that swirl around Martin and his kin. Kenny's presence is a poison, seeping into every corner of the community and threatening to unravel the fragile bonds that hold it together. For Martin, Kenny's return is a nightmare made flesh. Every shadow seems to hide his tormentor's face, every creak of the floorboards a warning of his approach. The threats against his children. His daughter, Lily, with her bright eyes and boundless curiosity, and his son, Jacob, whose laughter once filled their home, have shattered Martin's resolve. He knows that protecting his family may require sacrifices he's not yet ready to make. But as Kenny's shadow looms larger, Martin's desperation grows, pushing him closer to a decision that could either save his family or destroy it. Anita's homecoming. The matriarch's dilemma amid this maelstrom of conflict and fear. Anita Dupree, the matriarch of the family, returns home from the Articulate's reunion concert, a celebrated event that has kept her away from the unfolding drama. Anita is no stranger to hardship. Her life has been a testament to resilience, her strength a beacon for the Dupree family through decades of trials. But nothing could have prepared her for the news that greets her upon her return. Her nephew Martin, the boy she watched grow into a man, is at the heart of a scandal that threatens to tear the family apart. Anita knows Martin's secret. She was there in the aftermath of that fateful night, piecing together the fragments of truth from Martin's tear-streaked confessions. She swore to keep his secret, not out of blind loyalty, but because she believed in his heart, in the love that drove him to protect his grandfather. Now, as the past resurfaces with a vengeance, Anita must decide what role she will play in this unfolding tragedy. Will she stand by Martin, offering the unwavering support that only a matriarch can provide? Or will she push him to confront the truth, to face Smitty and the town and lay bare the events of that night? Anita's return is not just a homecoming, it is a reckoning. As the head of the Dupree family, her decisions carry weight, her words the power to heal or destroy. She knows that the path forward is fraught with danger, that every choice risks further fracturing the family she has fought so hard to protect. Yet Anita is no stranger to impossible choices. Her life has been a series of battles won through sheer will and unyielding love. As she steps back into the heart of the storm, Anita must summon that strength once more, knowing that the fate of her family hangs in the balance. The town's pulse. A community on edge beyond the gates is more than a story of one family, it is a portrait of a community teetering on the edge of chaos. The town, with its tree-lined streets and quaint storefronts, hides a darker truth beneath its idyllic surface. Racism, greed, and old grudges simmer just below the veneer of civility, and the Dupree family struggles have brought these tensions to a boiling point. Neighbors who once shared meals now whisper behind closed doors, their trust eroded by the specter of violence and betrayal. The accident 2 years ago was a wound that never fully healed, and Kenny's return has ripped it open once more. The town is divided, with some rallying behind Martin, believing in his inherent goodness, while others cast him as a villain, a man who escaped justice through privilege and connections. The truth, as always, lies in the gray, but the town's appetite for gossip leaves little room for nuance. As the Dupree family navigates this crisis, they are not alone. Friends, allies, and enemies all have a stake in the outcome, and their actions will shape the future of this community. From the local pastor, who preaches forgiveness but struggles with his own doubts, to the shopkeeper who knows more than she lets on, the town is a chorus of voices, each adding to the cacophony of this unfolding drama. The path forward, a family at the crossroads. As the sun sets on July 16th, the Dupree family stands at a crossroads. Martin, burdened by his secret, must decide whether to trust Smitty with the truth or continue to bear the weight alone. Bill and Vernon, locked in their battle of wills, must find a way to reconcile before their conflict spirals into violence. Anita, the family's rock, must navigate the delicate balance between loyalty and justice, knowing that her choices will echo for generations. And Kenny, the catalyst for this chaos, looms like a dark cloud, his actions threatening to push the family past the point of no return. The events of this day are not just a chapter in the Dupree family story. They are a turning point, a moment that will define their legacy. Will they rise above the pain and division, forging a path toward redemption and unity? Or will they succumb to the forces that seek to tear them apart, leaving only ashes in their wake? For those who can't wait to see what happens next, our channel offers a glimpse into the future of Beyond the Gates. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.